right, Libra, let's get into a reading. We are going to get the energy for you. We're going to do 2 cards in life, 2 cards in love, 2 cards around your money and career, and then 2 cards for advice. Let's see what's coming in for you. Libra, if you need anything, check it out down below. All right. What do we got? Life for Libra. What's coming in for Libra in life? Be careful of romanticizing your past. Romanticizing how things used to be. That could be remembering the good and not remembering the bad. This could be a person that you're romanticizing. Yeah, so when it comes to life, some of you need to be careful of romanticizing someone in particular. Because what you might not be seeing is that you have them on this pedestal of, oh my God, they're the best I could have ever gotten. But what you might not be recognizing is that, yes, that was, maybe a deep friendship or a possible romantic relationship. It could have even brought some sort of emotional experience into your life. But what you might not be recognizing is that you, when it comes to how you envision the past, you're kind of ambitious. So what do I mean by that? Like whenever a family member dies, and before they die, you're like, oh, he or she's such an ass. I can't stand being around them. But after they pass, you then remember them through different eyes. Well, yeah, they were hard to deal with. But the reason they were hard to deal with is because the way that they were raised. It's like we're able to look back and we give the past a little more slack. We don't put so much pressure. We might even rewrite what the past used to be because, okay, well, that person's gone now. So I only remember the good, not the bad. And when I remember the bad, it might not be as bad as I remember it. That's what I'm saying. So when it comes to life, you need to be careful of romanticizing someone who, yeah, they might be stable. They might be a motivational person. They might be ambitious and inspiring. However, they might be very sensitive to criticism. They don't like hearing things that it's like if you critique this person, they're going to take it as a reflection of them as an individual, not their behavior. And Spirit's telling you that you might want to recognize this person as something that they're maybe not. And you need to be careful with that. You need to be real careful of romanticizing someone when that's not who they are. They could actually be very emotionally unstable. They could be someone who likes to be in the spotlight. They like to get attention. They like to be the leader. And when something feels like it's out of control or when something feels like it's not going their way, they could shut down or take themselves out of it. And yes, they might have brought value into your life. They might have even got your spark back. This could be the person who made you realize that love's supposed to be fun. But that doesn't mean that they're your forever, okay? And that could be a spiritual insight you need to dig into, is that some of you are putting someone on a pedestal as the person, the one. And you're giving them attributes that aren't necessarily attributes. So if you really got with them and really got to know them and you were with them for 10, 15, 20 years, you're going to realize that maybe how you see them and who they are 2 different people. Okay? I'm saying that. Now, I'm also saying when it comes to life that you could be a kind of person where you have a good reputation. People see you as ambitious. People see you as someone who is strong. You're determined. You're motivational. You're the kind of person where you keep your eye on the big picture. You don't take people's criticism as a reflection of you. You're good on being able to communicate your vision, what you want, what you expect. Some of you even have the ability So let's say you're having a conversation with someone and you're trying to get something across and they're not understanding it. They're not comprehending it. You have the ability to change how you're saying something for someone else to comprehend it. People could see you as someone who's very loving, soft. People can see you as someone who brings new emotional experiences into their life. They see you as someone who has the tendency to never give up on old dreams or old goals. So you might forget about a dream, forget about a goal. You might postpone it, but you never forgot about it. So you're the kind of person where you may say, okay, my goal this year is to do this. And you might not be able to achieve it for certain reasons, but that doesn't mean that you don't see that as a goal you don't want to go after. You then put it on your vision board for the next year. Now, people also see you as someone who has a tendency to romanticize things. So there could be people around you, family members, friends, maybe even lovers, who do see you as someone where you always like to remember the good and not the bad. So you could be, I call it toxic positivity. And I'll tell you why. You could be someone who's toxic positive. They always see the good. They always see the positive. Everything's great. Everything's rainbows. Everything's unicorns. That can be toxic because it has you thinking that life is going to look a certain way that it's not. There's nothing wrong with wanting to be positive. There is something wrong with not seeing certain situations as reality. If someone treated you like shit, it's okay for you to say, they treated me like shit. That doesn't mean that you're being negative. But being toxic positive could be you twisting the reality of a situation into something it's not. Where you're so set on wanting to be positive that you make something positive even when it's not. Well, he treated me like shit, but it's just because we weren't meant to be together. It's not because he's not a bad person. You don't know if he's a bad person. Behind closed doors with you, he wasn't that great. So who's to say how he is behind closed doors with everybody else? That's what I'm saying here. And there could be people who do see you as someone where you do romanticize people in a light that's not reality. You could be the friend who gives people the benefit of the doubt when other people are like, why are you being nice? Fuck them. That's what I'm saying, okay? But I'm definitely seeing you having you have a good reputation. People see you as someone that's easy to get along with. You're easy to work with. You're a good team player. So you're the kind of person where you take direction easily. You know where to fall in. Okay? So what about love? What's the energy around love? So when it comes to love, there's joy and success. Giving birth to your dreams. But there could be a blockage here that burdens you. Some of you could be feeling like you're running out of time. So whenever this card came out, the Empress, the first thing I thought of is I'm going after my future even if I don't have a partner to share it with. Okay, so a few things. If you're single, you could be trying to pretend that it doesn't bother you that you're single. But there could be something here where your health is starting to act up. Maybe you're tired of working multiple jobs to be able to pay the bills. Some of you are tired of not having anyone to enjoy life with, because the Ten of Wands could be that. You could be following your heart and saying, I'm not making others happy. It's about me. This is my season. And Spirit is saying, we hear you. You do your thing. However, they are telling you that you might be pretending that there's not a problem. Because deep down when it comes to love, there's something here where you're ready for everything. And if you're single, this could be uncomfortable for you. You want to be a husband. You want to be a wife. You want to be a girlfriend. You want to be a boyfriend. And instead of recognizing the emotions that you feel around the fact that what you want you're not getting, you're acting like there isn't a problem. You can even be throwing yourself into work, a certain career, a certain subject, school, a project, a hobby, to ignore the fact that you either feel like you're running out of time, or you don't like where you're at, but you don't want to feel that, so you're just ignoring it. That's what I'm saying. And if you do that, I'm saying that you're going to be successful, but I'm also saying that you're going to recognize that you need balance. So some of you, again, this could be being in that energy of, well, if love is meant to find me, it will find me. That's fair, that's valid, that's great, that's grand, that's even true. However, if you want to be loved, if you're walking around looking at everyone and going, I would love to experience that, then why are you not going to look for it? Why are you not putting yourself in circumstances and situations to where you can get what you want? That's what I'm saying. So if you're wanting to date, if you're wanting a girlfriend or a boyfriend, if you're ready for that chapter, but you're just waiting for the universe to bring it to you like a package you ordered off the internet, realistically, that's not going to happen, because why? You can't order love off the internet. You have to be willing to put yourself in the environments and in the situations to where you can get what you want. Now, if this is a lover that you're with, let's say you're in a relationship, there could be an energy here where you are ready for this relationship to grow. You're ready for it all. But I'm also saying that there could be a blockage with the person that you're currently with. This person could be having health issues. This person could be feeling like now is not the time. So if you're ready for this relationship to soar and the other person necessarily isn't, there's one of two things. One, Spirit could be telling you that you're overanalyzing the situation and putting a time limit on this relationship when you shouldn't. Or Spirit is telling you that this person could have a lot of things on their plate, working multiple jobs, having a lot of things on their back, maybe even health issues. They could be really stressed. And that could be the reason they're not ready for everything. So let's say that, again, you're in a relationship and you're like, Daniel, I'm ready for marriage. I'm ready for children. I'm ready to travel with this person. But they're making excuses or they don't want it. What should I do? Should I give up or should I stay? Well, you're going to have to listen to your intuition on this one, because either you're overanalyzing the situation and there's more going on. This person's got a lot on them. And realistically, if you'd help them out, maybe they could decide to go full blown into this. Or the person that you're with is deciding to act like there's not a choice that needs to be made. They're pretending that there is no problem, and that's going to end up burdening you. So it really depends upon your story. If you're in love with someone, or if you're in a relationship with someone and you feel like they're making excuses not to move the relationship forward and nothing's blocking them, there's no health issues, there's nobody that depends on them, there's no financial struggles, then they could just be using that as an excuse not to grow because they don't want to. You're ready to give it your all. They're not fucking ready. And now could be your time to recognize that there's a blockage here and you've been pretending there's no problem when there is. Now, if this is someone you're with and you're trying to ignore the fact that there's a lot going on and you are just ready for growth because you want it, Spirit is telling you that you need to take a step back and you need to quit overanalyzing the situation and you need to help your partner. It really depends what your circumstance is. Because again, let's say that you're at a place where you're like, but Danielle, I want a baby. I want us to buy a house. Okay, well, if your partner's working 3 jobs and they're trying to pay off debt and they've got health issues and they're coming home with headaches all the time, Is that baby really realistic right now? No, it isn't. Realistically, you need to figure out what's going on with your partner's health. Realistically, you need to get it to where your partner's not working 3 jobs so your partner could be at home with you to enjoy that baby. So Spirit is telling you that you are either pretending that there is no problem and you need to take yourself out of a situation that's never going to grow, or you're overanalyzing a situation and there's more that you could do in this scenario, but you're not. So it depends upon what your circumstance is. So what about money and career? So when it comes to your money, there's going to be something balancing out. It's going to take a few months. Yeah, getting a message of good news. Okay, so some of you could be doing the best you can financially right now to make ends meet. Some of you could be scared of a choice that you're making. Some of you could be sneaking away from a job. So this could be going out on leave, but you have no plans of going back. There's something here when it comes to your money and your career where you're making a choice and you're unsure if it's the right choice. Financially, is this the best choice? Is my finances going to get better? Is it a good idea to go out on leave and maybe find another job while I'm out on leave? I'm saying that you're going to get a message of good news. So whatever you're going to decide to do when it comes to your money and your career is good news, is a good choice. However, you might not see this as a good choice until a few months from now, till around January is what I'm saying. But I'm saying that you're going to have this desire and this passion to mix it up here in your near future. Okay, what about your advice? What's your advice? Your advice is to remain hopeful and to continue to go after your dreams and your goals. Don't let moments of pause or moments when things feel stuck stop you. So again, when things don't feel like they're balanced, that doesn't mean that they're not. They could be getting balanced. It just might not be balanced the way that you want it to be or in the time frame that you want it to be. So Spirit's asking you to remain hopeful, even in the times when you don't know why you should be. And to continue to go after your dreams and your goals. That even when something feels stuck or looks stuck, it doesn't mean that it is. Okay? They're also telling you here coming up, you're going to have a lot of options. So this could be, okay, Danielle, I'm moving my car insurance. Okay, you got a lot of options. Who you going to pick? Spirit's telling you to use your logical mind. If this is dating, use your logical mind. Have healthy boundaries. Don't juggle people. Don't be indecisive. If you close the door and know why you closed the door. If this, again, is life in general, Spirit is telling you to be decisive here coming up. And don't get caught up in the confusion, the illusion, or the reality of having a lot to choose from. So what does that make me think of? Well, when you go in a restaurant, you have a lot of things to choose from. What do you want to eat? You have to be decisive. Same in life. You go to choose a car, you got a lot to choose from. Which one do you want? You got to choose. So here coming up, you're going to have a choice that you need to make. And Spirit's telling you not to be unsure, just to make the choice and know that the choice you're making is a choice that you need to make. Now, for some of you, I see that you might end up closing someone out or leaving someone out in the cold. So there could be a family member wanting to come back where maybe this person is an addict. Maybe this is that lover that you've had that cycle with and you told him the last time you weren't going to take him back. There is going to be something here coming up where something that once made you sad and disappointed, there's a possibility of you letting it back into your life. I'm saying, though, that you're not going to. I'm saying that whatever new beginning it is claiming to offer, whether it is a family member who always disappoints you or fucks you over, maybe this is a client or a business that done some sort of shady business, but they want to keep you on their side. There's an energy here of fool me once, shame on you, fool me twice, shame on me. I don't trust you anymore. That's what I'm saying. And Spirit is telling you that if you feel that way, know that you feel that way for a reason. Don't try to get clarity. Don't try to get truth. Just know that what you feel is what you feel. So your advice is to really trust your gut here coming up and to not overthink it. Don't gaslight yourself. Don't try to make you change your perspective. Here's an example. Have you ever met someone where they're like, no, I'm not doing that. Okay, why? It doesn't matter why. No means no. That's how you need to be here coming up. If someone says, but why? Why don't you want this? Why don't you want to be with me? Why don't you want to take this offer? No is a full sentence. No means no. I don't need to explain myself to you. I don't need to tell you why I come up with the explanation of no. No means no. So I see that here coming up. Be confident enough to say, no is a full sentence. I don't need to tell you why I don't want you in my life. I don't need to tell you why I'm not accepting this offer, buying this home, getting this car, accepting your love. No is a full sentence. No means no. That's what I'm saying. So that's your advice. Be confident when it comes to the choices you're making here coming up. I am seeing that there's a possibility for you to forgive someone. And I'm also seeing there's a possibility, if you're not in a love situation, for some sort of love situation to start up very quickly. So if you are single, there is going to be a possibility of you maybe having some sort of love relationship start very quickly. Now, I'm saying that you and that person might not have the same beliefs, whether it's spiritual, political. And I'm saying that that person might even challenge you when it comes to certain topics. That, again, could be a new person, just to let you know. All right, leaving it here. Have a blessed day.